Great Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. Oh, you can't scare me. I'm sticking with the Union. I'm sticking with the Union. Till the day I die. Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Hey, Aaron, I'm a bibliophile. Books are my kind of style. Every chapter and verse, whether wordy or terse, makes me sparkle and smile. I'd walk many a mile, even swim down the Nile, just to get a good look at a library book. I'm a bibliophile. See, these guys know these songs. They know these songs. Oh, how I love the stories to be found on every shelf. I lived 1,000 lifetimes as I learned about myself. I traveled to Green Gables and to Narnia and Oz, drawn deeper into Wonderland with every word behind. Here we go. I'm a bibliophile. Books are my kind of style. Every chapter and verse, whether wordy or terse, makes me sparkle and smile. I'd walk many a mile, even swim down the Nile, just to get a good look at a library book. I'm a bibliophile. See you. I'm a bibliophile. Books are so versatile. On the bus or at home, every volume and home is immensely worthwhile. If I had a whole pile on a desolate isle, by the time I was through, they'd be long overdue. I'm a bibliophile. Oh, once there was a greedy dog who had a piece of steak. He stole it from a butcher shop and ran down to the lake. He thought he saw another dog who also had some meat, so he snarled and growled. Said, give me that to eat. Ruff, 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 ruff. Oh, perfect. Ruff, 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 ruff. We had to get some kids from the neighborhood in Toronto to come and do that part. We made the album to do the ruff, ruff, right? But when he opened up his mouth, the steak fell in the lake. Oops. He couldn't get it back again, so he said, for goodness sake, I shouldn't have been so greedy, shouldn't have tried to get another. Then that greedy dog ran home a-crying to his mother. What did he say? Ruff, 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 ruff. Let's have some fiddle. Here we go.
his mother told him things like this is certain.
Oh yeah. No, but isn't there another verse? So if you're in a butcher shop and have a piece of meat, don't take it to the water's edge and drop it in the creek. Because then that meat will never find its way into a stew. And all of us will have to sing the same song about you. We point like that. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. Okay, and then see, this was the part. I wrote this right at the end when we were making the album. We were right there in the studio, and I wrote the next verse about the tofu. Because the guy that was producing it was a vegetarian. And I thought, I just sang a song all about meat. So then I wrote this verse about the tofu, right? So his mother told him things like this are difficult to go through. Next time, instead of steak, why not try something made of tofu? And then you won't have disappointing things like this to go through. That wasn't right. No, because that was the tofu. His mother told him things like this.
Certainly annoy him.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay. Hilarious. They know it better than my own song. Okay. Here we go. His mother told him things like this can certainly annoy ya. Next time, instead of steak, why not try something made of soya? And then you won't have disappointing things like this to go through. Next time, instead of, I really think you're better off with something made of tofu. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. And then we did it again. We went ruff, 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 ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. That's so funny. Way to go, you guys. Come on, you good. That's good. We should form a group. We should. That's really good. Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody. I've got this, so. And I'm happy to say that here we have Albert Dumont is here with a few words for us. As we know, this is Algonquin land, and I'm very happy, Albert, that you're here to share whatever thoughts you have. I'm thinking back to the good old days at the folk festival here, when you'd be on the main stage welcoming everybody and talking about the river and so on. But come on, let's give it up for Albert.
Miigwech, thank you. I just, what's on my mind now is whenever I first met Chris White, I was at the Brewer Park and there was a welcoming ceremony for new Canadians. And I was up at the podium and I said that all I asked from those new immigrants was that whatever trees they loved in their old country, that they would love the trees here just as much. Whatever fish they loved in their old country, to love the fish here just as much. To whatever animals that they loved so much in their old country, that they would love the animals here just as much. And so on and so on and so on. Because I said that would make my heart glad as an Algonquin, that they would respect and honor the waters here and all the trees and all the life here, just as we did. Chris was in the audience, I know, after that, and he came and asked me if I would be interested in coming here to do some opening words at some folk festivals, which I agreed, and we've become really solid friends since then. I was telling them today that the Algonquins believed that there was a time in the past when human beings didn't know that they had the ability to sing. Like they were communicating, but the notion of singing a song just had never occurred to a human being yet. But one day a woman was near the river and she was at a place where there was rapids and she realized that the waters were singing. And she tried to mimic their singing, and the first song was sung. So that's how it is that human beings began singing. I know that there's a song for everything. I guess there's nothing that you can't write a song about or put a tune to. And today when I was coming here, I was on the Queensway. And I don't know if you've been driving on the Queensway lately, but it's not called driving anymore, it's called crawling. And I don't know what kind of a song you could you could write about that, but somebody, I know a musician could do anything. Thank you, Miigwech.
Okay, thanks so much, Albert. Oh, and please, would you accept this? Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Okay. And I don't know, is Max Wallace still around? Did they leave? Max was the festival co-founder and was here from Toronto, and now he's gone. But so that would have been fun. But some of us got a chance to chat with him. Now, Teresa Kavanagh is here. You're the councillor for this area, Bay Ward. Would you like to come and say a few thoughts? Come on over. Let's hear it for Teresa.
Thanks, Chris. You know, I moved here 15 years ago. I lived just down here. And I thought, woohoo, I'm in walking distance of the folk festival. And then you went away. I was so sad. It was like the big draw, like I'm in the hip part of town. So this is a beautiful place. Britannia Park continues to be a beautiful place, and it's great to see everybody here. You're reliving the spirit that was here at that time. I went to many folk festivals here. Even though I didn't live just around the corner, I came here, and it was always special. I can remember lots of special moments, and it was great that it was part of Ottawa, and I just felt this is the part of Ottawa I love. I've been having fun this evening, reminiscing with a whole bunch of people because I don't know, Marika's gone now, but I actually met her working on the Hill. and it was great. I didn't know she had a connection here. And then I met some people that worked at CKCU, including Max. I don't know, and I let them know I was the one who started the Children's Half Hour radio program. That was mine. I created it. I created it back in the 80s when my boys were this big, and now they're, they're grown up. They're in their 40s, and it was like, oh, you continued it. It's so wonderful, because I put my heart and soul into that show, and I was just, doing some volunteer work as a young mother who was bored and didn't know anybody in Ottawa and wanted to get some experience, and walked into CKCU even though I wasn't a student at all, and that's where I met a lot of people, and it was like, wow, we're just reminiscing like crazy. It was wonderful, and of course the connection with CKCU and the folk festival is wonderful. So thank you for the beautiful music. It's so lovely. It just brings back memories of this scene. I would love to see it again. I know this. I actually had people talking to me about recreating it here, and then the pandemic came. There was local people, musicians locally, and it sounded like, yeah, okay. And I just got elected because it's 2018, 2019, and it sounded great. And then everything came to a roaring halt. So this brings back that spirit. Anyway, it's a beautiful spot, and thank everybody for coming out and bringing back that spirit. And thank you, Chris, for all your work. I know how hard you worked on it, and it was a pleasure. Also, yes, I'd never met Max before, and we were chatting away. We knew the same people, so that was great. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, Chris, for giving me the opportunity. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Teresa Kavanagh, Bay Ward, Councillor. Okay, anybody else want to say something? Joyce, do you want to say something? Do you want to come up and say something? Okay, this is Joyce McPhee is coming up. Joyce was there right from the start, and Joyce literally wrote the book about the folk festival, and you can find it in the Ottawa Public Library.
So I just wanted to say what a lovely day this has been, but I wanted to just tell you the story about the very first day of the first folk festival, and in the morning it was overcast and it actually started raining, and so I was at the bus stop with my chair, and I was on the brink of tears because it looked like it was going to be a washout, but when we got there, it all worked out. And I remember being there when the gates opened, and for me that was one of the most phenomenal moments of my life, because this is the first event I'd ever really worked on, and we'd worked for a solid year every week, our committee, and to actually see it go from ideas of people talking, Chris was one of those people, to it actually having real people there at the festival, coming into it. It was just an incredible moment, and I think that's just it's great that so many of us were able to come back after 30 years, and thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Arthur McGregor, want to say a few words? Sure. Come on, this is fun.
You know, I think that someone who hasn't been given the due credit, I mean, everybody's sitting here saying, well done, Chris, well done. But Chris has been involved in folk music and just community building for as long as I've been doing this. And I think that we should really give Chris a huge applause. There ain't nobody else like Chris White, I'll tell you that. My memories of the folk festival have just been absolutely glorious. It's so wonderful. I did all kinds of really strange things and really wonderful things, folk city and all kinds of stuff. And I really enjoyed it. And the opportunity of doing that was absolutely wonderful. So I hope this is the beginning of the next one. Thank you.
Okay, Jane Keeler. Thank you so much, Arthur McGregor. And here is Jane Keeler.
Arthur sold me my ukulele. It was when unfortunately, the tragic day the folk center went out of business. But I just wanted to say that I'm only here to represent the average, person in the crowd out there, the thousands of people looking at the moon, thinking, oh my God, am I lucky to be here and hear all the music. So thank you all for being part of that with me.
Okay, back to the music. That's it. Unless we have any other. Oh, and the sunset? Oh, yeah, the sunset.